slash kids when they saw this increase. Sorry, gotta go. Double G, double P. Sorry.
Fortnite, let's go. I get it all night for show. I'm on a Fortnite, let's go. I get it all night.
Mr. Savage recovering after week 1 to bounce back, qualify week 2, qualify week 5. If you're not able to calm yourself down, get back into your zone, do all the things you did when you were in practice, in training, and in creative, and doing those drills, and playing against all your friends and the other players, or playing in the arena. If you can't get back to that zone, it's going to make it that much harder and that much more stressful. As we're on board now with Hortensia Minty sitting on 4 elims and 45 points, was also just outside that top 10. I believe he finished in 11th total for Asia.
He did, in fact. He had 67 points to his name, so just there on the edge of top 10. He's got 4 eliminations, 5 make that, as I say, it's reverse caster curse.
Yeah, great work from it there, and brilliant. So the fact he's looking over towards this far side of the zone where the players are going to have to rotate from, and scoping out the community launch pad, knowing the players are going to be heading for it, and then if you're able to be accurate with the rifles, you can punish players. And these guys are beyond accurate. I mean, particularly even among the best competitive players, we've seen Asia with some of the best rifle and mid-range skills, period.
I mean, definitely, man. This is something that Golden Boy called out, I think week 1 or 2. He was like, look, these guys are insane. It's something that you've said pretty much. I'm thinking back to like how early have we recorded VO?
Korea Open was the first time I ever mentioned it, when I was sitting there being like, yo, these guys can shoot.
I mean, in the most recent video we made, it's like, dude, I'm telling you, people are sleeping on this region, and you cannot be, because these guys are legitimately insane. And Peterpan putting in all the work he possibly can. Different loadout this time around, right? Drum gun, minigun, and the tactical shotgun. Now, there might be a slight visual bug.
I was going to say, so it might have been something with this points then resetting per the lobby, so I apologize for my narrative on that last game, if that's what it is. Again, something we're always looking into, improving the spectator experience. And don't forget as well, all of these replays, totally available to you. You can go on in the top right, you can select the gear wheel, pick whatever region you want to watch. Hey, you don't watch enough Asia Fortnite, you want to check out some of these players going into the World Cup, set it on Asia, go through, click any of the weeks. The match history is there. You can see what these guys are doing, you can see how they're playing, what makes them the best of the best, and what really enables them in order to be successful. As now we're watching Peterpan here in the top 25. And if there's anything you watch, or if you're out there aspiring to do commentary, to do analysis, if you make really cool montages, really cool recaps, or any form of content, fan art, funny clips, memes even, Zeke loves memes, or puns, throw them to us at hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get them on in there. We want to see it. I'll go through, check that out. Toss you a like, toss you a retweet if it's really something special. As we see Peterpan pull off something special there with the minigun drilling TZD Kent.
Something really quickly I want to touch on. So Peterpan played 9 games. Of his 9 games, 7 of those games, he was top 5. Think about that.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean,
that's legitimately insane.
That's the scoreline we saw yesterday from Spectro, right? That was pretty much the exact same scoreline from Spectro. Granted, they might not always be closing out and getting the victory rounds, but if you're top 5 that often, again, you're playing against the 3,000 best players in your region. The fact that you can consistently, in a game that is inherently designed to have some forms of RNG, to require you to loot, to force different types of engagements, that you can find ways to enable yourself to get into those top 5 situations, to win, to consistently be getting 3, 4, 5 eliminations. It might not sound like a lot because, as you say, hey, Mr. Savage dropped a 40 bomb, right? But dropping 8 elims in a lobby like this is honestly, I think, more impressive than some of the 40 bombs we see here. Because these guys are, in order to get each one of the eliminations, every single one of these engagements is a battle where that other player is trying to do everything they can to get that point, or just make you go away.
I mean, listen, this is the top 3,000 of each region, right? It doesn't get more difficult than this. And on top of that, every single week, we're going to continue seeing people hitting Champion League, hitting those 300 points and trying to qualify and make a name for themselves, man. So the competition is only going to continue getting more and more intense. Peterpan holding the high ground. It's now 3 players remaining in the current lobby. So again, another situation where he had hit at least top 5. Goru down in the mid tarp, while Kenta there is in the lowest tarp. And look, Peterpan immediately is like, look, I'm going to go ahead and waterfall down. I want to close this game out.
Yeah, so interesting that he's opting to use the mini when he has 232 medium ammo, but still being able to burn through those small rounds, now opting to go over to the drum gun, putting a little more pressure on him as the player is closing rank, back over the mini, and you just see he's the one dictating the speed of this, working top down, not enabling these players to move, not allowing these players to get comfortable and to get a box up and start returning fire. He's not threatened at all, as now Borif Goru gets the wall edit, edits himself in, picks up the Elim onto Kensha, but now all of the onus is on Peterpan, but Goru gets a good trade back out to knock down some of that effective HP, and it didn't matter.
Wow.
Quick floor edit, sneaks the tack, shot in there, and the rare tack is enough.